Whiskey Talk, another round, episode 2. So Sal, why don't you tell us why you're not drinking whiskey right now?
All right. Well, me and my family, we decided to do a little fitness competition. See who can lose the most weight in 60 days. We're all putting a couple bucks in a pot. There's a few of us, and the winner after 60 days is going to take the pot. So obviously I'm drinking vodka with a little bit of cranberry. Trying to, not staying away from the whiskey today. Trying to leave those toxins out of my body. Put the clear vodka in there and see how that goes. But it's been going well.
I think the whiskey guys appreciate that. Taking a little break,
I think
taking a little break.
Well. Yeah, definitely.
How confident do you feel that you're going to do well in this competition?
How competitive are you going to be?
How competitive? Yeah, let's be a little more clear.
You know me, I ain't losing.
So why don't you explain to everybody? So tell me, going into this, you feel good?
I feel fucking awesome. I won the competition.
All right, you run the competition. All right, so now let's think about all your competitors here. All right?
Okay.
Do you feel that you can take them all on individually and feel good about it?
On their best day.
On their best day.
On you?
1,000%. On record.
On record.
Oh, it's definitely on record. That's pretty strong.
On record.
All right. That's very strong.
But yeah, no, it's been going good. Been really focusing on, obviously, meal prep, watching what I eat, haven't really ate processed foods, stuff like that. Been drinking a shit ton of water, not like me at all. I usually just drink coffee all day, every day, but I'm drinking a lot more water. And like I said, now I'm drinking a little bit of vodka. Gotta get the juices flowing for the good old round 2 here, and I feel good. I feel great. I'm down 7 pounds, year to date, as the first day of this thing. So, see how it goes.
Is there a target, like a target weight that you want to be in?
So I recorded my weight at what was it? 229. 229. I weighed in at when we took all of our weights. We wrote it down. Obviously,
Is that a fact? 229
on the button. On the button. So I mean, my goal weight. I always my whole life. I don't know why I wanted to be like 195, but that's a lot. That's a lot. That's cutting down a lot. I don't think I want to be that now. I would like to be like around the 200 range, low 200s. I'm not gonna put a specific goal weight because
like an idealistic, just very realistic weight for yourself. You feel 195.
Ideally, like in a perfect world. Yeah.
In a perfect world.
Yeah,
okay.
1,000%. But if me 195, that would be tip top shape for me. That would be me dropping 35 pounds.
Tip top shape. I like that.
But seriously though, that'd be me dropping
tip top shape.
Me dropping
hashtag tip top shape.
But we'll see. See how it goes.
So let me ask you something. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. All right.
All right.
Burning chair time. So if you could win the competition, but you had to give up alcohol for this is what? This is a 2-month competition, so it's 8 weeks, all right? And we're 1 weekend?
Just about.
So if you had to give up alcohol for 8 weeks to win the competition, is it worth it?
But I'm knowing I'm going to win the competition?
Knowing you're going to win. Knowing you have a really good chance of winning.
Yeah, I could do it. Would it be hard? Absolutely. But I could do it.
All right.
I could do it. Definitely.
Try to keep that mindset.
What about the other
forward.
contestants? How do you feel about their progress?
You said your girlfriend's in it, right?
My girlfriend's in it. My girlfriend's in it. She's doing well as well.
Still no shot of beating you though.
Nah, she's not gonna beat me. I'm the fucking.
Now why doesn't she have a shot? Do you feel like she has a chance at all?
Definitely, everyone has a chance. Everyone has a chance.
Okay.
She has a chance. My father has a chance. My mother, my sister, her boyfriend. Everyone has a chance. But when you're going against the notorious.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
It's tough. It's tough. It's almost like you add weight to your body when you really didn't. When you're going against someone like of my caliber.
Starting the game 10 points down.
Exactly. You're already starting the game in the fourth quarter.
It's not about how you start.
It's how you finish. That's how you finish.
Very good.
That's how you
Very good.
finish.
That's right. I
So,
agree.
But it's been going good. It's definitely gonna be a long contest. So as of right now, it's going good. It's going great. It's a pain in the ass, definitely. Washing everything you eat. Prepping everything and cooking every night and making sure you don't add this and you gotta add this fucking ingredient instead and you gotta buy this in the supermarket and not that, and it's so crazy nowadays, like how expensive it is to eat healthy, like how like a whole container of spinach, like spinach leaves, right? That's my preferred source of green. If I'm gonna eat like a regular green, like compared to lettuce, it's gonna be spinach leaves.
Yeah.
And it's crazy if you compare it to other foods, let's say like a meal, how it's gonna be how it's expensive, but it's pretty crazy. And I never understood that about this fucking world or the industry of the food and stuff like that, how it's more expensive to eat better.
All right. Well, let me
cleaner at least.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it from a capitalism side of view, where everyone wants that, right? Everyone wants that perfect idea, that perfect body image, that perfect physique, and the perfect meal prep and everything in a perfect world, and that's why I can see them charging more, for instead of getting, let's say you want to eat like red meat, you're gonna get a piece of steak, right? You're not gonna get it from the fucking refrigerator. You can go to the butcher instead in the supermarket, and that's going to cost you an extra $2 a pound, right? Mm-hmm. So it's little things like that. But that meat from the butcher is straight, it's good meat. It's it's good quality, and it's honestly a shame. It really is a shame that an industry that's very saturated with people who particularly need help, they almost take advantage of them.
Well, they do. It's not that they almost they definitely do, and I think, it's just the world we live in, where if something is if something's profitable, if something's the hot thing, if something is the new in thing, it's gonna be harder to get. It's gonna be in higher demand, so it's gonna be more expensive. That's just the way it's gonna go. Yeah. There are ways around it, though. Just because if you want to eat healthy, you don't just have to shop at Whole Foods. And only, that's common sense, but to a lot of people, it's not. There are a lot of people who don't really know how to bend the rules of eating clean and eating healthy and coming up with a whole new lifestyle for themselves. Because calling it a diet, when you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to keep that weight off, it's not necessarily a diet. It's
my bad.
It's just a new lifestyle. It's changing your habits.
For sure.
So let me ask you, for if everybody's different, right? So if anybody's wondering at home or wherever they're watching, your motive behind this, right? There have been times for the three of us where we're trying to change our diets, change our lifestyle. We have motives that go behind all of them, right? So something inspires you, something's coming to you that makes you want to change and be better, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Your motive this time is winning a competition, right? That's not your main motive, but in a sense, that's what's going on. The overall sense is being happy, being healthy, feeling better. But the motive here, what's driving you, is to win a competition, and then the end goal is obviously feeling better no matter what, right? No matter if you win first, second, third, whatever, you lost weight, you feel better, and all of that. But being, making this situation fun for yourself, quote unquote fun, because a lot of people have a hard time, whether it's putting on weight or losing weight, they have a hard time doing it because they can't fully commit themselves to the idea. Right? But you're doing a fun competition that you can commit yourself to. Mm-hmm. So do you find that this is more productive in other ways rather than just having a random urge to lose weight?
I would
whatever
say,
it is.
yeah, no, I particularly agree with everything you just said. The main motive for really everyone, for people, for the people wondering why we even started a random competition like this, we were all sitting in the living room one day, and people who are watching know my father. He's a little bit of weight challenged, and he just retired from his job that he did for 27 and a half years. And we want him to get healthy for the first time in his life. And we felt the best way that he can contribute, like, get the most out of it, and the best way we can contribute as an entire family is to make it a competition for him, because he's pretty competitive. It's where I get that side of myself from. So we made it a competition. There's been, shit talking going back and forth and whatnot, and rightfully so. And so far it's been pretty funny. It's been fun. He's down a lot of weight already, actually. I believe he said earlier he's down like 15 pounds. And in the
Quick
first
shout
week.
out to Sal's dad for losing weight.
Yeah, extreme.
Whole family for taking
Whole
it.
family. Quick shout out to the whole family for doing well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm proud of all of us, really, taking this obligation and really, so far, everyone has been really trying to stick to it, and even him. Like, I came home, I was hitting softballs earlier with a couple of guys. I'm just getting ready for the season and whatnot. And I came home from that, and he's eating like grilled chicken, broccoli, and he was home by himself. And that's the time that's the time to cheat. Let me know what's home. But I was just walking the door. He's taking this food out of the microwave, and that's what it was. And I was very impressed. I'm pretty sure it was grilled chicken. Could have been turkey or something. It was something like that. But I was just walking, and he was taking the food out. But I know 1,000% it wasn't anything bad. And I was like, well, it made me happy. It made me happy that he's taking this competition serious, because honestly, and we really did it to try to help him.
Absolutely.
And to push each other.
Yeah, because we want him to enjoy his retirement. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
After all these years, like, you deserve it to enjoy the rest of your life, kosher free,
healthy.
Exactly. Healthy in the way, with stuff that you can't control, right? Because you never know what tomorrow brings, or what next week or next month brings. But if you can control your health, that's one side of the ball that you can control, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if you have that out of the picture, you have a really good shot.
Absolutely.
Of having a very long, and successful retirement, right? Mm-hmm. So that was really our goal. And so far, so good, and we'll see how it goes. We got a lot more to go.
I like it. I think moving forward with this podcast, obviously we plan on we're just gonna weekly, monthly keep doing this, and health and wellness and all of that, mental health and wellness as a whole, we're definitely gonna touch on that a little more.
Yeah, and
that's definitely gonna be a main speaking point. Whether we're experienced it or not, it's just always something that can be discussed. We are experienced with it.
We have experienced it.
It just adds to it. And whether we're just talking to help ourselves, we're talking to help anybody watching at home. It's important. It's definitely important. It's definitely gonna be a main speaking point for us.
It really is, and you guys know me, like, I've been very, like, I'm very lucky where I'm very, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm very active, right?
Yeah.
So
You're always doing something, right? No matter what it is.
I get away with things of not going to the gym particularly 5 days a week like you guys do, and I wish I could, really solely focus on. But I get away with things because I'm active. I do things, right? Whether it's softball or doing other things or working, or because I work 12-hour days, and it's really, particularly for the most part, on my feet. It really helps, and I get away with that. And you guys know me, and we've known each other for a long time, and the gym is always something I've always asked you guys about, right? Because you guys are obviously not professionals, but you guys are very well-rounded in the gym. Light, right? Yeah. So you guys know what to do, what exercises. You both have pretty good backgrounds with it, school-wise, education-wise. So I always come to you guys with, nutritional stuff, what to eat, what I should be taking supplement-wise, right? What workouts I should be doing, what I should not be doing, right? And you guys been awesome with that. So if you guys want to touch on that a little bit, both, what you guys have experienced in that aspect of your lives, and how you guys got a good knowledge of things, I think the people
I could say for sure
would appreciate it,
My life would not be the same if I had steered away from the gym and never gotten involved in it.
Yep.
Because that has played such a central role in keeping me grounded and anchoring my days going forward, because we all have long days.
Right.
We all, Monday to Friday, they're long days, but the gym just helps make me feel grounded. My feet are touching the ground, get my hands dirty, and then whatever I have to do for the rest of the day, I'm ready to do it, because I've already put the hard work in, And I know you feel the same exact way. It's more than a need, It's just necessity at this point.
Yeah. And Chris, what about you? About
the
same thing.
I could definitely add to that. It's definitely the same thing. I think, for me, it definitely, it comes down to as a necessity. I think everybody needs to have some sort of release for themselves. Whatever that is, doesn't have to be exercise. It could be art. It could be their job. It could be anything. Hobbies. I was very fortunate to find exercising and fitness in the gym as a huge release for me in my life. I definitely wouldn't be the same person without it. It's helped me in ways that I could sit here all night and talk about, and it's done the same for each of us, for all of us, honestly. With my experience in the gym, it's been a very, I've been lifting for roughly 7 years now. A little over 7 years consistently, and my experience through it is different than his. It's different with his. It's different with everybody, and I think that's the beautiful thing of it, is that everybody has their own journey with exercise. Everybody has their own journey with fitness. That I think it's just one of those things where it's just an independent thing. It's you, it's yourself, and nobody can take that away from you.
You're not competing against anybody else.
Nobody's in there lifting with you. It's you versus you.
Every single time.
Who's gonna get out of bed in the morning? Who's gonna get their ass to the gym? Who's gonna drag the weight? Who's gonna lift the weight? And who's gonna, even if you have a 1 out of 10 workout, it's better than staying home and doing nothing. And that's how I've always looked at it.
Mm-hmm. You'll be feeling like shit on
if
your deathbed,
yeah.
so to speak, and you still bring yourself in there, and you put even as much as you can put into that workout. The feeling you have after,
nothing beats it. It just, like I said, everybody's different. I think everybody has something that they can pour themselves into and disconnect from reality from, and put themselves into a new reality.
Yeah.
Everybody has that something. It could be the smallest of things. It could be the biggest of things. What I've learned over the years with myself is that what I've experienced is so powerful that I wanted to share with other people. I want other people to understand the importance of what it's done for me, because everybody's different, and we'll definitely touch on that more as we go along with our own personal experiences in the fitness industry, in the fitness world, because we do have experience with that. But it's just something that I feel like needs to be talked about more. It's still very underestimated what it can do for you mentally, spiritually, physically.
That's a huge thing, not to cut you off, but like I think it needs to be highlighted and spoken about in a different light outside of just the physical aspect.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the gym, it does wonders for your physical being, but what it does for your mental health really needs to be stressed to people, because
More than anything.
I think it's the most important thing, it's the most important, attribute to the gym is what it does for your mental health. And I feel like it's just not given the proper treatment, the proper light. It's not spoken about as much.
Right.
I think... Sorry, you're saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I think anybody can go to the gym and look good, feel good, feel good about how they look. But eventually to me, that type of feeling, it goes away, where it's not just about how you look. I'm going to the gym to get my release, to feel good mentally, to feel good spiritually, to feel like I'm putting myself through something and there being a positive outcome on the other side. And I think quarantine really exemplified that, because there are a lot of people who go to the gym because they just want to look good. They want to get compliments from other people. And when the gym closed, they just said, I got no gym, I have no real determination to go. But then there are the other people who are building their at-home gyms, who are making workouts with 5-pound dumbbells, who are doing whatever they can do, doing their research, because they need that. They need it to get through to the next day, to get through to the next week, month, year. And that sets the people aside from the people that are just going because it's an aesthetic and they care about what everyone thinks of them, versus the people that just need this stuff to just get through to the next day, to put themselves through something and there be a positive outcome on the other side. And I think quarantine taught that to a lot of people, not even just with the gym, but with everything. This was a time that we had to say, okay,
to expand.
Yeah, like, my everyday life is not going to be the same, so what can I do to make it better right now? Am I going to sit at home? Am I just going to give up on everything? Or am I going to find a way out? And that's just what you have to take that mindset into everyday life. And you have to just say, okay, how am I going to get through to the next day? And I think that's what...
And there's nothing wrong with you're just trying to make it to the next day.
Absolutely not, no.
And it's actually funny, like, how many people our age, right, that we grew up with, or our generation, as they call it, right, that are more so into the gym now, right? That that's such a hot topic and such a saturated market is
huge market now.
Is fitness and nutrition. And I just found this online. It said roughly 2/3 of of American people, so that's 67.3% of all Americans, are engaged in fitness related activities.
That's everybody.
That's out of the entire population of
all
Americans.
age groups, everything.
Right.
That's crazy.
So 2/3, but it's crazy how 67% of Americans, right? So way more than half, 2/3 of the people are engaged in fitness related activities, but yet we have such a problem with overweight, obesity,
just health problems in general.
Eating.
Yeah.
And I solely think that's because of money. And it's very expensive. It's very expensive to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame. It really is a shame, because at the end of the day, how much does it really cost to make a salad? Or how much does it cost for a restaurant to put on a piece of grilled chicken on a grill, right? It's got to be a lot cheaper than a 5-course meal with a steak at the end and a cup of ice cream.
Yeah.
And they treat it as if it's so expensive to do, but meanwhile it's not, and they're abusing these people just solely because they know they can and they can get away with it. And our generation is the most heavily engaged with that, and I just think that's so crazy of a stat, 67.3%.
I think
we have a weight problem.
I think I 100% agree with you, but I also think it's not just the money thing. I think it's partially because because of the money issues, people look for excuses, you know, and they'll say, okay, well, you know, if I want to gain X amount of pounds or I want to lose X amount of pounds, I have to do X, Y, and Z. And they look up how much it's going to cost them for the week to go shopping for whatever it's going to cost. And yeah, like, it can be very simple for all the fitness enthusiasts out there who are going to say whatever. Yes, it can be very simple to eat clean but at the end of the day, for the average person, it's not. You can't think about it for yourself. You have to think about it for every other person, the average Joe who walks in and wants to change their life.
Yeah, what's simple for you?
Yeah, what's simple for you, just because you know you're
the same for someone else.
You know, yeah, exactly. What's simple for you isn't the same for everybody else, and it's not accessible for everybody. No matter what fitness enthusiasts on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, they all want to say, well, it's very simple to make this sort of meal. Not everybody at home is going to do that. You have to think about it from a broad spectrum of people. So it's a simple fact. At the end of the day, it's not accessible to eat relatively clean throughout the week because you're not a robot. You're not going to eat, like a robot who only eats greens and whole foods all day, every day. Everybody likes to do whatever it is that they do. But it's just not accessible.
I love ice cream. I love ice cream.
We right? I couldn't agree more. And that's just what it comes down to. And I'm sure we'll touch more on this topic as well. But the system,
for sure.
The system itself is built to fall. I think we can all agree on that. And you have to find your ways around it. That's just what it comes down to. When the system is built to fall, you have to find your ways through it and around it to make it work for yourself. Because not every single person out there is a gym-obsessed maniac who wants to lift 7 days a week and only eat grilled chicken and white rice or brown rice and asparagus. So they're, when we get to a point where it's more accessible to the casual client, casual gym goer, casual dieter, then we're making progress. But as of right now, it's still not where it needs to be. And that's it. I mean, we definitely haven't made progress, I'd say. Just in the last 10 years alone. The fitness industry is on such an incline right now that in the last 10 years alone, it's going to good places, but it's still not enough.
Right.
And, we'll see where that takes us.
And I think it's the use nowadays of social media with all this fitness stuff is huge. It's both extremely positively affects it and extremely negatively affects it, right? And I know from my own personal story is that my girlfriend reached out to somebody on the app. Obviously, everyone knows TikTok. And she reached out to this gentleman who is I believe is a doctor or something like that. And he gave her some advice about eating and like meal plan, and said that she wasn't eating enough. And I'm gonna talk to her after this and see how the conversation went. I would possibly love to have him maybe on the show to talk to everyone and us to pick his brain a little bit. But she's felt, I know, so confident now.
She reached out through TikTok?
The TikTok, yep. On the app. So, like, she feels so confident now, like, with our competition and stuff. And, like, she feels like she knows what to eat. That she feels like she was misled with everything, and now she feels like she knows.
You got some competition now.
She might have a leg up on you.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Never know.
Yeah,
She's out here reaching out to
that Travato competition right now is looking real tough.
Looking strong.
How do you guys feel about TikTok?
I love it. I love it. For anyone that's on TikTok for as long as I am knows this one fucking person that always pops up, and it gets me fucking pissed off. It's this guy, this gentleman pops up and says,
"Hold on, you've been scrolling for way too long now. Maybe you should get some food, get some water, and then come back later."
That's a legit thing that TikTok puts in
I've
place.
actually never
I
seen
may have
him.
been on TikTok as long as him. I don't know. I've never seen this.
I've
before.
never seen this guy.
When we upload this, I'm gonna put
I've actually never seen
a
him.
little screenshot,
What he's
a
talking about.
little thing in there, and I'm gonna put it in right now, and you'll see it. But I'm telling you, man, that app is great. I get laughs from there. I get my food recipes from there. You guys know I love cooking, and I get drink combinations from there. I get health advice from
I do see
there.
a lot
I
of
get
drinking stuff.
so I just
It has
I
a little
get
bit of everything, honestly.
they have everything, man. It's such a great app, you know, and it really
You can get lost in it.
you can scroll. I'm telling you, bro. At work and stuff, I scroll for hours, hours, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's phenomenal. It really is. It's a great app. It really is a great app.
How do you feel about TikTok?
I think it's a great app. You know, I don't have too many negative things to say about it. I think the only negative thing that I could say about it is what you can say about for any app or for anything. Like, too much of anything is no good. We all know that. You got to have self-control at the end of the day, you know. But you know, TikTok, the platform that TikTok has created for I can't speak on any sort of specific generation. It's come down to just everybody, because TikTok has become an app for everybody. It's such an important platform now for everybody to just express themselves, whether it's intellectual information, it's just silly, goofy, gaggy, just funny stuff. Honestly, anything. It's such an important platform, and it's changed the game with the way that we view stuff.
It's introduced a lot of different things to me
Yeah,
as well.
it introduces a lot of things, and I you know, we could definitely dive into the specific things that are great about it, but to just name a few, with how the way music is digested now, you know, there are songs that came out 30, 40 years ago that are going back into
being revamped and
being
reverbed.
revamped into even just the original tracks are getting put back into the Billboard charts. And these songs came out in the 70s and 80s, and it's because TikTok just makes them relevant again. And the world needs that, this you know, recycling of reminding people where they came from, pop culture-wise. And just for any sort of content creator, whether it's a musician, an artist, an athlete, they can put themselves on there and then watch themselves just grow into the public eye so fast overnight. Nothing has ever been this powerful before. I think people really underestimate it. And anybody who's sitting at home saying, "Oh, I hate TikTok because it's so annoying and you get addicted to it," you got to just have self-control at the end of the day, honestly. And it really can be used to be such a powerful platform. I don't think people are still grasping the importance of it. But
Just like anything else, it can be used to bolster other platforms. Like,
yeah,
you see people with, you know, like fitness accounts using their TikToks to promote those accounts. People who are Twitch streamers post clips of their gameplay on TikTok, and it allows them to get more viewers. Like, it can be used very positively.
and it's been used to communicate. You know, people will put up just a stupid video of something that's relatable, and so many people gravitate it so quickly. It could be the stupidest thing, but people see that, and they feel less alone with themselves. They feel less alone with their whatever it is, and it
Which
just
is
makes
such
it
an
connects
important thing
everybody.
right now.
We need to be connected. It's a very important
Very
thing right
important
now to feel connected and feel like
To
a
not feel
community.
alone.
And it goes for that in every aspect that you can think of. Like I said, whether it's music, sports, art, food, fitness, it just connects everybody. And obviously, too much of everything is no good, but it's so underestimated, I think, still, honestly. I just think it's... And the algorithm is crazy, too. Like, how your For You page forms based off your interests and stuff. You know, it's taking things like Instagram that's so... It's so manufactured and so... It's so flawed because Instagram is this thing which we all use, we all enjoy, but it's this thing that shows people only what you want them to see, that you live this specific perfect life in this shiny little box to make everybody think a specific thing about you and feel a specific way. The thing with TikTok is it's just so so well rounded and it's so colorful that there's room for every opinion. There's no structure. There's no actual structure where you need to feel self-conscious about anything. You know, it's just complete freedom of expression, and that is what the world needs. That's what we need, you know? We shouldn't have these apps where we truly care about people's ideas of us. I think TikTok is really removing that aspect. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah. And I'm going to blow your mind right now. In overall downloads, right? This is as of 2018 to 2020.
2018 to 2020?
Right.
Okay.
So this was taken in 2018, but is it's good
as of now,
date.
yeah.
Right.
As of recent.
TikTok is a number 4 most downloaded app
Of
in
all
the
time?
world. In the world.
That's crazy.
More than Instagram and YouTube and Snapchat.
That's insane. That's,
In the App Store,
wow.
so iOS, right? Apple,
Yeah.
it's number 1. Most downloaded app. And in Google, it's number 4. And on all 3 categories, it's more than Instagram, Snapchat, Netflix, and Instagram. And then obviously in most instances, Facebook, right? For the iOS. And you can see it right here. Now, to me, that's wild because
No, it is.
How long ago was that
only been
introduced
2
to
years,
us, right?
yeah.
It's
And
been
it really
introduced to us just, I feel like it was yesterday.
Yeah, no.
Somebody said, hey, download TikTok. And I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And like, oh, remember Vine? Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh, all right.
It's just
Crazy.
it's the platform that it has. I think it has the most important platform. The platform that it has is more important than any other app right now. It's it's something that I hope every app that has came out and every social media thing, eventually it's a fad and it dies out and gets taken over by the next thing. I really hope that this thing evolves and changes in a good way. But we'll see.
No, yeah.
We'll see.
It looks like it's here to stay, right? You know, they
As of right now.
they spoke about banning it and stuff like that, and I hope they don't. I think it's fairly beneficial. I don't know about that whole Chinese stuff that they said they were stealing our information.
Yeah, I don't.
But at the end of the day, guess what? Our information's out there, right? You can Google anyone's
likely,
can Google someone's phone number right now that you know, and their full name and address will pop up. That's a proven fact. And it's crazy because that's just public information, right? That's in the law that you're able to obtain stuff like that. So if people are scared about TikTok that are listening to this because they're like, oh, they're gonna steal my information, guess what? Your information's out there, right? You're vulnerable. Nowadays, everything is digital, right? I guarantee half the people here or that I know, have their debit card on Apple Pay, right? Yeah, I know I do. So your card's on your phone already. Mm-hmm. So all you need is one person to get into that phone and they have your card. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. It's that simple. So it's just to be scared of an app because you think people are going to take your information. It's already been taken from other things.
Yeah.
So.
Like look at like Instagram when they give you like the ads for things that you may have looked up before.
Yeah.
Like that to me that bugs me out.
How about just talking about it? Like we talking about whiskey, like say whiskey, right? Pull up Instagram, first couple ads you're gonna see, all about whiskey, and it's crazy. It really is. It's kind of scary, honestly.
In some ways,
the power of social media, but it's also beneficial. So it's kind of like sometimes like the negative kind of outweighs the positive, but the positive is pretty good.
Do you think social media has a little too much power within this generation and younger generations?
Definitely. I definitely think it should be regulated. I don't think it should have the amount of power that it does now, because right now they can do whatever they want. They can publish something, right? You post something, and they can say, "No, that's wrong."
And it factors into
and
our lives
meanwhile,
so
it could be true, or it could be something that you came up with. I can say, I don't know, whatever. My floor in my house is green. And they'd be like, no, that's wrong. How is it wrong? The floor of my house is green. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying that they would do that. I'm saying I'm trying to dumb it down.
I agree. No,
I'm trying to dumb it down.
Yeah.
But I think they have way too much. I really do. I think they have too much power. I think they take advantage of people.
I think there's just too much of a focus on it right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Granted,
the problem is it's never been as big as it is today, right? So we never had this problem before, where social media had all this focus and all this attention and all these users and stuff like that, and now it has it. So now people are like, hold on, what the fuck? You know, they kind of can influence a lot of people, rather positively or negatively.
Yeah.
You know, and it should be regulated, and I agree in some respect to that.
You know the it's not like a saying or anything, but when you're running too quick, that your feet kind of just fall out from underneath you.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so you're moving too quick for your legs to handle.
Right.
That's kind of my fear with social media, because I do think it is very beneficial. I do. There are plenty of negative effects coming from social media. We could sit here all night and talk about them.
Definitely.
There's plenty of positive ones as well. But I think the biggest one is that it is moving quicker than us as humans, that we can naturally handle. And the only thing that I have to say is that as human beings, we adapt, we evolve. So we will adapt to this new method of social media, but it is moving a lot quicker than I think we expected to.
Yeah.
Granted, with the pandemic too, it's all we have right now is social media. Mm-hmm. There's not much in reality for us to do.
For sure.
I mean, there is, but you guys know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And I think it definitely exploded in 2020.
Yeah.
Whether that was planned or not, I don't know. But the way that this route is going, it is moving a little fast, and it has its good and its bad. I think that there has to be some sort of balance. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because judging by our human nature, we don't know what balance is, honestly. So I think it's just going to be a learning curve of how we're going to adapt social media to the modern day world. I mean, it's something that we've been doing for the last 10 years, but it is only getting more powerful by the day.
Yeah,
so it's definitely a big learning curve of how we're gonna handle it.
Now, how do you guys feel, or think social media affects positively and both negatively someone or groups, mentality, the mental, capacity and the stability? Do you think that has a heavy thing, like possibly seeing, let's say, an ad of anything, of someone being, idolized as this hero, as this, this amazing person, when at the end of the day they may not be, or when they idolize all these models that are paper thin, right?
Yeah,
and for all these young girls or guys, and like, oh, I gotta look like that, How do you guys feel that affects that stuff?
I think, like, number one, you can't believe everything you see.
Right.
Can't believe everything you read. And that's not just for, social media. That just goes for anything on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with social media is, like, it's a great way to stay connected with everybody. But at the same time... And express yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
But...
And educate yourself.
It depends on what you're seeing.
Depends on what you're seeing. Yeah, no, the right information. But
I feel like it also puts so much pressure on people to maintain a certain aesthetic or a certain look, in everybody else's eyes.
Yeah.
You can only be seen on Instagram like this. This is, you've never had a bad day. It's just, every week it's all the good.
Right? Like, how about a perfect example, I would think, would be, let's talk about Kim Kardashian, right? And Kanye West. Everyone thinks, wow, their life's perfect, right? They have these millions and millions and millions of dollars. They live fucking on mountains and all this shit. They drive any car they want. They can do anything in this world that they want to do, they can do, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what? The rumor is they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Right? So that just goes to show you that these people that, that social media just portrays them as they live perfectly, right? And it's not really social media's fault in the aspect, because that's what they're posting, right? They could post all these pictures that they look happy, they look everything, and people can relate to normal people. or couples that that they're not in a good state of mind, but yet they post pictures and events that they look extremely happy, and because you know them, that's not it. But to someone that doesn't really know them, like, oh wow, look at this, I want to be like this. And it just misguides people so much, and they strive for something when it doesn't have to be that way, right? You don't need to be a millionaire in this world to be happy.
Not at all.
You don't need to be a millionaire in this world to do half the stuff that they do. You just have to do things the right way, right? If you set yourself up successfully financially, you're gonna be just fine to basically do whatever you want to do in life. But you don't have to be the next Kanye West. You don't have to be the next Kim Kardashian or anyone in the Kardashian family or anyone. You don't have to be the next fucking Derek Jeter of baseball or Tom Brady of football. You don't have to be that. Those people are one in a million.
You don't have to be a celebrity to be important.
No.
Yeah.
As long as at the end of the day you're doing something that you know and you feel that you should be doing, and financially you're doing okay and more than okay,
and you yourself,
and you exactly, and you don't change who the hell you fucking grew up to be. To me, in my eyes, I know you guys agree with me. That's pretty fucking.
That's it.
That's life.
Yeah.
Right. That's life. That's it. So I don't know. I think that social media that way is just people get misguided with that.
Yeah, I think misguided is the word. I think misguided is the word for for younger generations too. Not to label them out, but there is a clear difference here, because you have to think of it this way. Adults older than us, they've already developed. They've already kind of their ideas, their opinions of the world have already been developed, and they're who they are. And then they get social media, and they're able to express themselves. Us, we were taught by what we were taught from our parents. We went through most of middle school without social media. By the time we got to high school is when it really came introduced to us. Well, I don't know. I had a MySpace in 7th grade. So, but by the time we were teenagers...
Had Twitter since day one.
It's very true. But, when we were teenagers, it was introduced to us. So what I'm trying to say is that we were already developed. Our opinions, our views, a lot of that, the way our parents raised us, a lot of that was already developed. We weren't raised on social media. The problem now is that these younger kids... They're 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they have a phone in their hand. And whether you can prevent that as a parent or not, I'm not saying it's on a parent. I'm just saying that's just the way the world is. And social media is raising kids. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. That's the way it's going. And parents want to argue and say, well, I won't, but. No matter what, there is no escaping it. That's kind of the sad truth. There's no escaping it. And these kids that at home their parents are trying to teach them their own values and beliefs.
Look thirsty. You look thirsty.
Their parents are trying to teach them their own values and beliefs, but then they can just go into their room at night and they have their phone and they're raising themselves, basically. And that's what's going on, and that's
very good whiskey, by the way.
I know, I saw the update on my phone. That's just a scary thing, because a lot of younger kids have a false perception of reality. A lot of adults do too, unfortunately. But that's just an issue right now, and as people, we're just kind of learning on the fly.
Yeah.
We're just learning on the go, and that's it.
And honestly, I'm very happy that we didn't really grow up with that shit, right? So
I'm glad too. I'm glad that we weren't raised on social media. I'm glad,
really am. I'm glad
that
we were the generation that
probably
obviously not that started it, we're not the generation
We
that
were the
started.
generation that lived through the beginning
But
of it.
no, but we definitely
You know?
we definitely
Yeah.
lived through it. That we were the generation that were outside, right? Our parents had to force us to come inside, right?
Yeah.
Now the parents are forcing their kids to get
go
the hell out of the
outside,
house.
yeah.
Me and you would play outside this house for hours.
Hours.
Me and him.
Wiffle
me
ball.
and
How many
him
chairs
between
did I
the
break in
cross-
wiffle ball?
Yeah.
How many chairs did I break in wiffle
Honestly,
ball?
how many wiffle balls were
Oh,
lost
shit.
during wiffle ball?
Oh, a lot.
How many cars?
You got
did we...
bit by a dog. Rest in peace, Max. Across the street.
Listen,
Got bit.
we used
What
to.
the fuck we
They used to be.
I hit a home run. He went to go hit the ball. And all of a sudden we hear, ow, 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 ow. And then we hear the neighbor go, it's okay, it's okay. And he's running outside around the house, and the dog's fucking chasing him, biting
Dog
his
this
legs.
big. We used to
Amazing.
play wiffle ball on the front lawn, and cars would pass by in the street, and we would chuck a wiffle ball at the car passing, and then running back into the
Running
house.
back in the house,
Yeah.
yeah. We were bad, man. We were bad.
We used to hitch on the back of the
UPS truck.
and the ice cream truck.
Remember Schmidt? Schmidt made it all the way down,
Yeah.
almost the whole block.
Oh my god, we used to hide on the back of a UPS truck, and while he'd drive away, we'd be sitting on the back.
Then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, remember, like, not a couple weeks, maybe like a couple months later, after we started doing that a lot, remember all of a sudden they have the cameras now? That's when the cameras
Yeah,
started coming.
yep,
Like,
yep.
We should have got cameras now.
Yep.
It's funny.
The ice cream man would pass by, and we yell stop, and he would stop and wait for
We'd
us to
run
run
away.
up to the car, and we'd run away.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Oh,
The
man.
little things, like we weren't like bad. We just did
Badass
things.
little kids.
Yeah, we just did things that really, I guess,
Just stupid.
yeah, just little
Honestly, just stupid.
dumb things,
It was
man.
good, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm glad that we had that type of upbringing. I'm glad that I remember on summer nights when I was 8-9 years old, it would be, you know, video game time and then out with your friends. Like it would be one, sometimes both. You'd be playing video games for 2-3 hours, and then your friends are outside. You meet up with them, play football, play whatever it is. You come home,
right back
shower,
in.
and go right back and play.
Yep.
You know. And this is when we were 8-9 years old. I remember doing that with him. All I had to do was walk out of my house, go 2 houses down, and that was it.
Or go
You know?
meet at Maymore.
Go meet up at
How about
Maymore, your local
How about
park.
the football tournaments we used to have in Maymore?
Well, that's when we were in high school. I'm just talking about when we were like 8 years
I'm
old.
just saying
you know?
that,
But yeah,
that Maymore
Yeah.
brought up that the football.
no,
memory.
we found ways
Those
to be
janky
active.
ass tournaments.
People used to get fucking leveled. Remember that?
Yeah, people getting
Tackle
hurt.
football with no gear. Yeah,
That was fun, man.
that was fun.
Birchwood.
That
We
was
used to go to
fun.
Birchwood was bad too.
Birchwood
Yeah.
was good. Pick up games, have a full draft. You never wanted to be the last guy drafted.
Never.
Cheers to never being the last guy drafted during the pick up anything.
Never.
Honestly, never.
Never, ever.
I was always first.
Not even basketball.
Ryan was always picked first. Quick shout out to Ryan for being picked first.
Tyreek Hill of Deer Park.
And with both my knees out.
Oh man.
And then we retired to beach volleyball.
Beach
Yeah.
volleyball. Hopefully
We
that
took
comes
our
out soon.
talents to Cedar Beach. And
The OG Wednesday nights.
listen, honestly, it's
Rest in peace, Bolson.
uh,
Time I got a bone to pick. Bolson. I don't know if he's watching it. Chris is drinking his whiskey because he knows exactly what's coming. Bolson, if this gets to you. You all got a bone to pick with you. You come back from Florida, which is fantastic. You're doing very well for yourself. I am very, very, very happy for you.
Couldn't be happier, honestly.
But, you come back. You don't even tell anyone. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? I get it. Maybe you want to lay low. Got
Holidays, you wanna be
you
with
got,
the family.
you got some COVIDs going around nowadays, right? Everyone's got COVIDs.
what?
COVIDs. I call it COVIDs.
We're gonna circle back to that one later because I don't.
So, I get it, but I don't.
Say what's really on your mind. Why don't you?
I just very, very disappointed, man. Just extremely disappointed. But again, very happy for you. Extremely happy for you and what you're pursuing and what you've done already. And I wish all the best for you. But next time your ass comes in fucking New York, you better tell us. And I found out from somebody that you were here. And I was waiting for the text. Never got it. So, it's all right. I don't hate you,
It's
but
always
I dislike you
forever
right now.
though.
All right,
Yeah,
forever.
always.
Forever. No matter what.
Always,
Forever.
always.
But to
But-
circle back to the Cedar Beach thing, that will be a thing again.
Yes.
It will be. Whether
Yes.
it's this year, it's next year. We're
I
hoping
took,
it's this year.
I took over the role as head coach.
We're hoping it's this year, right?
Remember, I took
Right?
over the role as
Come
head
on.
coach.
Hold on.
I took over the role as head coach.
You took over the role the
That
same
was
time
never-
we got hit by the pandemic.
Yeah,
I
that
took
was
over.
we.
We hit by
Yeah, you got handed the wheel, and the
It
wheel
fell apart.
disappeared. Yeah, the wheel fell apart. So
It's like
never
giving me
got
a broken
we
car
never had
and
an
saying
official
drive it.
go yet. Yeah, we never had an official go yet. We're hoping to get the ship off the ground this summer.
Hopefully.
Every summer, someone has had an issue during volleyball. So
Shout out Eve Mudslide.
Shout out Eve.
Shout out Eve
correct.
Mudslide. Also, shout out to my boys, THL. THL, go follow on Instagram. Team Hang Loose. Softball. Boom. Coming at you. Good softball team in Long Island. Had to give that a little shout
why
out.
don't you talk about them a little bit?
Honestly, it's just...
It's not a promotion thing.
No,
it's
it's not
just
a
you're just
promotion.
talking about it,
No,
having
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
You know.
So, Tyler Thies, obviously we all grew up with him. Played college ball with him, played high school ball with him, and obviously played softball with him. And we played police softball together. And he started a team with all of our friends, and it's called Team Hang Loose. This year's our first year. Already won a championship, undefeated.
What's that?
And honestly, we have what I think is the best guys in Long Island
Strong statement.
on the team. Definitely a lot of top guys. So shout out to Thies putting out the team together. Shout out to all the Thesis brothers, because this is actually going to be a promotion.
Now we're going to a promotion. Okay.
Now we're going to promotion,
Okay.
free promotion. We're making it, or not we, they are the Thies brothers, three brothers, Eric, Ryan, and Tyler. You're going to use our name, Team Hang Loose, and they're
I thought it was
making
someone else's.
a bat review
Break everything.
YouTube. So if you guys like softball, if you guys like anything, if you guys just want to support, I don't know when they're going viral or when they're going live, but I will let you guys know. So give them a follow once they go. Keep them in mind. Team Hang Loose bat reviews. And, yeah, three brothers doing it.
You have anything you want to plug?
Where'd you guys think that was going?
No plugs.
Well, listen to the two out of the three names.
Eric
that you-
Ryan.
Yeah, right. I thought you were really
Tyler.
about to put people on
Everybody
blast.
Thomas?
Easy. You got anything? Got anything you want
No
to plug?
plugs. No plugs. No plugs.
Anybody who watches Twitch, follow and support my main man, Sir Fuzzworth. He's a very, very, very good Call of Duty player. Just a fun time.
Play me one-on-one.
You can edit that out.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, I heard good things about this guy. Give him a follow if you guys like video games, stuff like that, on Twitch.
I think
Also, Hashim Gray.
Yes,
I saw
Hashim
you
Gray.
subscribed.
Yes,
so
so you subscribe. Yo, my
if
brother.
you see this second episode, we appreciate it, buddy. I know you have your own podcast with Bobby, so I wish you guys nothing but the best. you know?
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Love to have you guys on and vice versa. Let us know.
That's the thing. Like, I know us doing this, people are gonna say whatever they want to say. Like, people are gonna have opinions of you no matter what. But at the end of the day, this is us having fun. You know, we're just enjoying ourselves, and I have to credit anybody that just tries it, whether it's a Twitch stream, whether it's a podcast, whether it's YouTube content, whatever content that you're going out of your way to create. I think it's I admire it. I think it's awesome, honestly. And there is a market, you know, more so than ever, obviously, but there is a market to market yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
I
definitely.
think it's not being taught anywhere, obviously in schools, nothing like that, but you know,
It should be.
It should
It really
be
should be because it's not about y equals mx plus b, right? Because
I can't believe you remember that because
that is such a
crazy.
small
The fact that you remember
population of
that?
this world, and they don't teach you even how to write a check in high school, right? They don't teach you how to
do your
pay a
taxes.
bill.
Well, if they're
in
not
house.
teach-
they don't
yeah.
even teach you about taxes in high school,
If
right?
they're not
you just
teaching
know
you-
about it,
Yeah.
and they should teach you how to live like a normal fucking person, but they don't. They try to teach you all this bullshit and say, "Oh, we're testing your brain and all your knowledge." When that's not even a fact because they have all these curves nowadays, right? They have this curve for these, the ACT or
there is a reason why
regions
they're
and
not
stuff like
teaching
that.
you that, but we're not gonna talk about that here, right? There is a reason why they don't teach those certain things. But
Why? I want to hear it.
topic for another day. Because I have
Another
things I want to
podcast.
say right now. It's a whole nother
Okay.
podcast,
All
yeah.
right. All right.
But what I will say is that social media is here to stay,
Look at the TV.
and you know it's here to stay, and there is a market
Well, definitely a Family Guy.
to market yourself. Absolutely, and you can make a career of promoting yourself on social media. It doesn't have to be this cheesy, corny way. You know, if you make your own page and you start something you're passionate about on the side or whatever it is, or you fully send it and fully go in, you can make a whole life for yourself out of that. And it's still it's slept on, honestly. I think
It is.
people aren't appreciative enough of what you can really do, and they want to hate on all these people who are making this whack content and this goofy content, but
Guess what? We're doing it, right? Or other people
Yeah.
are doing it, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting there criticizing, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Not adding
you could be doing something else that you love.
we're not
and
doing
you
this.
like. We're not doing this to make $1 million.
There are people that do start it in the with ideas of, well, you know, they want to make a lot of money, they want to be famous. You know, we're kind of just doing this to kind of just have fun and let loose a little bit, but you never know what can happen.
No,
You do never know
I mean,
what can happen.
obviously, if stuff like that happens to someone and they get that opportunity, that's fucking.
But I'm
awesome.
saying it is
That's
very.
great.
There's not.
That's not
enough
the reason
people
you
that
do
are
it.
doing it.
No.
There's not enough.
That's the
people doing
wrong
it.
mentality. Going, you do it because you feel that, like, you have a big enough network of whether it's friend, colleagues, family, whatever the case may be. You know that they're going to listen to you and they're going to spread the word for you and people out there that find stuff in your content are going to enjoy it, and you do it to please them. And that's really what our goal was, you know, coming into this stuff. And we didn't start this to be the next Joe Rogan, because that's ridiculous.
No, not at all.
We're not going to sign a $100 million contract with anyone. But if that happens, that's fantastic. If that happens to anyone, that's fucking awesome. That's beyond awesome. But, you know, it's just people who started for just the monetary value of making money is just the wrong mentality. Wrong
Well,
mentality.
no, I know exactly what you're saying with that. I do think it's the right mentality if you're starting your own brand, your own market, your own content to be successful and make money. I just think that
But if
that
it's
should be.
but if it's a brand, right? If it's a brand, not a, like brand, like define brand. What do you mean by brand? I'm agreeing to disagree. I'm playing devil's advocate here, right?
Yeah, no. Honestly, I think a brand and market can be anything. I think it could be if you want to start a page that's you're being a critic of movies and you're just rating every film you watch. I think that could be your own market. That's because that's your own thing that you're promoting.
Right.
You know?
But are you doing that for really monetary value, or are you just doing that because you feel like people want to hear the shit you got to talk?
I think there should be a balance of both. I think that it shouldn't strictly just be for money, because then you're losing sight of what's
Of what you really started it for.
Yeah, of what you really started it for. No, I completely agree. Yeah, content should be made because you enjoy making the content. Why would you do
Exactly.
something
That's
that
what
you're
I'm
not
getting
enjoying? Yeah, no. And that's the cool thing about social media is that it's not a job that you're stuck in where you're doing it just to make the money. Social media is about express. It was created to express yourself and connect yourself to others. So you should enjoy the content you're creating. I mean, that's the whole point of it. If you're making money along the way and getting popular along the way, then that's a plus. You know, obviously. But yeah, you never know what can happen. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
But
How are we feeling about the podcast, Sal?
nah, I'm feeling good. I feel like we really drove our points that we discussed earlier, obviously before we started filming. It's really about mentality, right? And it was about social media. And I feel like for the past hour and 5 minutes, we've been really drilling that, right?
Absolutely.
We've been drilling social media, how it's positive and negative, about mentality, how it's positive and negative, and then we added, obviously, other
elements.
side blurbs. But, no, it's good. I think it's, I think we really got our, what we wanted to speak about tonight. I think we spoke what we wanted to say.
And listen, I enjoyed it. I had fun just like the last time.
Yeah. No, this is great. So, again, if you made it this long or if you passed to the end, I really don't care. But if you're hearing this, it's crazy to us, honestly, in the past week that we have 25 subscribers.
That's really important to us,
like,
honestly.
It's crazy, and we have...
You appreciate every single one of you.
Seriously, and we have like 150 views on our last video in a week, and the last video was... Quite honestly, we just kind of winged it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We said to ourselves, we're just going to start it, and it is what it is.
I mean, this whole thing is kind of us
so.
just winging it and kind of learning,
Yeah.
learning on the fly. It's kind of what it's
Yeah.
all about, just us learning on the go.
But, we appreciate all you guys. Seriously, we appreciate all the love, all the shout outs we get from other people. Shout out Gav Ferraro. I'm going to give you a quick shout out because she reposted all of our stuff. She wanted us to go deep tonight.
Absolutely.
She said she wanted us to go into deep
Deep trenches,
things.
deep waters.
So we spoke about that earlier. I'll be honest with you, we really did. We couldn't really agree on a topic to all speak about, but we'll think about it. I think we'll get there. We'll get there. Well, once we get this, we're getting the ball rolling. We're just
getting our feet wet here.
So
that's all we're doing.
We'll get deeper and deeper as it goes, but we appreciate all the love, seriously, and all the support, and all the people that have come up to all of us, really, and saying that they like the podcast.
Just watching it, honestly.
They like the last episode.
Even if you're just watching it, it's
I don't care.
5 minutes of it, it means a lot to us. And
it's amazing, seriously.
It's
never in a million years would I think the three of us, knowing how conservative we are, would be filming ourselves, speaking into a microphone, and putting it out there as content for people to watch. Never in a million years. So
I don't even know if you could have said this to me last year.
I agree.
It's crazy. So it's pretty
more.
cool though. It's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty cool to watch if to form into one. And I know Anthony's not here tonight, but hopefully he can join us one day.
Absolutely.
So I know he lives elsewhere right now. He's busy doing his own thing. So hopefully he can join us. That was our main goal. I know he didn't make the last two, but we'll see going down the road if he's gonna make any. And I know he's got a fucking great mind to pick and stuff like that, and
Definitely.
great opinions about stuff. And hopefully we can have him on.
Just a quick shout out to Sal, my friend Sal, because he's not gonna openly say it right now, but he is a man behind a lot of the edits and all the hard work. We're just sitting here talking, and that's easy for us. That's something that really doesn't require much effort, but this is us being us, like we are for the whole day, every day. Sal's doing a lot of the behind the scenes work with the editing and the promoting, so shout out Sal Travado. Shout out Shrimbolz. Shout out Toops.
Shout out Toops. Shout out Sally Sticks for my softball fan watching. Sally Sticks.
Shout out Sally fucking Goomba.
Sally Pipers. I can go on for days for nicknames I got, but appreciate all you guys. Seriously, all the work
Definitely.
guys that
Absolutely.
subscribe that I work with. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys like brothers. And this is great, man. This is it's coming along. We're getting there. And we tried, obviously, as you see, if you watched the last episode, we're trying something new, right? Whiskey talk. I'm very blessed to have a bar in my basement apartment. So we're trying something new here.
A new look to give you
This
guys.
is the content. The
So
content
please
apartment.
comment. Let us know what you guys think.
What else?
Like, share,
and
and fucking subscribe.
Like, share, and
Like,
subscribe.
share, and subscribe, people. Please get the word out there.
Damn it, Eric.
We're very personable. For any
You had to make that noise.
random people that stumble upon this video,
You never know.
hit us up.
It matters.
Drop a comment. We'll answer. I promise. And if you have a question or something we want to speak, something that you want us to speak about next time, let us know. We'll do it. No problem. And we'll even give you a little shout out in the process, saying, hey, this person.
Not shy of the shout outs.
This person actually
show
do
us
this,
love,
so-
we'll show you
Definitely
love
not
back.
shy of the shout outs. Yeah.
No, definitely not. So this is good. Whiskey Talk round 2. It's the good
Whiskey
stuff.
Talk round 2.
It's the good stuff. It's the good stuff.
That's a
A little cheers action. But this is good, man. This is good. And so I think what's our goal? We're gonna try to get one episode out a week, right?
Yeah, honestly.
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, definitely one episode a week.
See, our problem is why I'll be honest with you, why we're releasing this video a little bit later than I liked. And they'll contest to this is our schedules is way different.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate enough to work less days than these gentlemen next to me, and we really are working around both of their schedules, which are very, very busy. And I'm very blessed that we got tonight to film and to record. But our goal is to get one video out a week for you guys at the start of the week, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, and just as we said from the beginning.
It is. I mean,
Just so you guys
I don't
enjoy.
do any of the editing, but I know the editing is taxing.
Huh?
So
Next week would be the fight.
that's why I gave Sal a shout out
Yeah.
because the editing is taxing. So
Yeah, the editing is
I
tough.
can't imagine, but I'm sure it is.
The editing's tough. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, this was Whiskey Talk round 2. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm Ryan.
I'm Chris.
I'm Sal.
Have a good night, guys.
Take care. Thank you.